Hey guys, Matt Hayes with Home Shield Foundation Repair. Today we're downstairs in a customer's house over here in O'Fallon, Missouri, and we're fixing 6 cracks in this basement. So what we've got going on here, and I wanted to just walk you through the process on how we repair a waterproofing crack. This measure here is not a structural repair. I want to make sure that's very clear here. This is a waterproofing repair. So step 1, identify the cracks. Step 2, see these swirl marks here? That is where we're going to grind this wall down so we get to the raw surface of that concrete. Generally, it's about a 1/16 of an inch that we need to take off. But sometimes in older foundations, you've got like a buildup of paint. You need to spend a lot more time grinding to get all the way down. But that's what you'll want to do. Want to make sure we get all the way down to this. Then we're going to set our ports. We do this every 6 inches. You can see they're meticulously spaced apart, and that's for good reason. Then we're going to bond every inch of that crack and around the port here with epoxy. The reason we do that is so that when we go to inject, we don't have any oozing out here. Now, it does happen from time to time, but we've got measures where we can just fix that on the fly. But the goal here is to start from the bottom, and then we're going to inject polyurethane. So the polyurethane that we inject into this wall is 2 parts, 1 part poly, 1 part water. So when we inject that, if there happens to be any moisture inside that wall, that poly is going to grab it and that mixture is going to grab it and turn it into poly, so that we completely fill up this entire crack. Well, how do you know you're filling up the crack? So when we inject this one, you're staring at this one basically the whole time, and you're going to nice and slowly squeeze that trigger, and then once you start to see it oozing out of this one, you know to set your cap on this guy. Then you'll move up here, you'll put the injection gun in this way, and then you'll repeat that process all the way up through the top. Then you'll have all your caps on, and then we're done. In about an hour, this entire crack will dry, and then it's set. Now let's say that this was a structural concern where we thought this wall still had a little bit of movement, maybe not enough to warrant a full wall bracing system or anything like that. Then, if that's the case, we would then grind all these ports off and install a strip of carbon fiber. So that bidirectional carbon fiber will prevent this crack from reopening. And the chances of it reopening in the next 50 years are very slim. If it ever does reopen, that means we've got a wall movement problem, and that would need to be addressed. So, a couple boxes that we check here, right? We got the gutters and the downspouts going away from the house. We don't have any landscaping beds that are pooling up water. What we have is a sump pump system. So we've got a sump pump drain tile system in the ground. You can't necessarily see that here because it was done when they built this house, but we can tell that we've got that system here. Now all we've got to do is fix and repair some cracks here. So in a perfect world, I would recommend the carbon fiber. It is an additional cost, but we do warranty this crack for life for it not to leak. Only time we wouldn't warranty it is if this wall is moving. Again, as I said, this isn't going to stop the wall from moving. This is simply epoxy, right? Epoxy can't do that. Carbon fiber can stop this crack from reopening unless you have a piering issue, right? Or excuse me, you have a house settling issue that's going to need piers. You know, that's something that, of course, carbon fiber is not going to solve, even if we were to do that. But the carbon fiber would stop this crack. Like say you wanted to finish this basement, then I would 100% put carbon fiber on this because you're going to close up the wall and forget about it. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much.